throughout my mission, not only was I faced with spiritual experiences, but I was also faced with hardships and funny moments and moments where I was just like, struggling. And I remember, one time as we were, we were just doing our thing every single day, and it was a fest Sunday, and we were going home from a lesson, and as we were traveling, unfortunately, somebody lost control of their vehicle and they hit us, and we got into an accident. And nothing dangerous or nothing really, nobody was hurt seriously, but it was the closest that I've been to my Heavenly Father, because it was during that time that I was, that I prayed the most, because, I prayed every single day on my mission, but I just prayed that everybody that was there, that was involved, was okay. And I truly came to feel His hand in my life, and I felt Him very close at that time. And I was grateful that obviously first and foremost nobody was hurt, but also grateful that that He was there to protect us, and not only us but the other person as well. And so for just many little simple things that happen on a day-to-day basis are small and simple things that help us understand or really think about the gospel and the blessings that come from serving Him as a missionary. So there's a lot of things that you prospective missionaries will learn as you enter the mission field, as you enter the MTC, and as you embark on this journey as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You guys will come to know, a lot of different new things. You guys will understand how to not only read people, but to discern their needs and to be able to understand what it is that they're going through. You'll be able to put yourself in their shoes a little more and look at life from their shoes, and just get yourself out of your shoes and putting yourself into somebody else's shoes is a big difference. You realize a lot how much blessings you have in your life and how many different beautiful opportunities you have to serve. And not only that, you realize that, the Lord placed you there for a reason. You realize that, you're helping this person because He wants you to help him, not because you have to help him. And so it truly is an experience, and it is an awesome thing. The mission has been the greatest thing that I've done. I remember when I had the opportunity to go to the temple at the end of your missions. You guys will have the chance to go to the temple in your mission, and you guys will have the opportunity to pray and to offer up your mission to the Lord. And it's just the greatest blessing, because I remember going to the temple is never easy, especially when you have to offer up your service to the Lord, and it is difficult. It is a little hard, because at times you don't necessarily understand whether or not you did enough. And a lot of the times as missionaries, we feel like we didn't do enough. We feel like we could have done a lot more. But that's just, Satan making us feel like we didn't do the best that we could have, when we know that we gave it our all. And I remember going to the temple, but before going to the temple, the mission president just asked us, they're like, what? Offer up your mission to the Lord, and hopefully He'll receive it. And I remember going to the temple, and as I was there, I was just sitting in the celestial room, and I was just praying to Heavenly Father to offer Him up my mission. And I remember at the end of my mission, at the end of my prayer, I simply felt a warm feeling, as if it was a hand on my shoulder. And I knew that the Lord was there with me, and that He had accepted my mission. I knew that I had been a faithful missionary while I served, and that I had given it my all, and that I was as obedient as I could have been. Obviously, we all have our flaws, and we make mistakes here and there, but because of that, that doesn't mean that we're bad missionaries. I had the blessing and opportunity to read a lot of different scriptures and apply a lot of different scriptures and counsel from our leaders into my life during those 2 years. And even now, till today, being home. It's been a big adjustment. It's been different, going home. You have to go home and learn how to live on your own. You have to go to school. You have to learn how to date. If you're a guy or if you're a girl, obviously the same thing. And everything is just a lot different. You come home and the friends that you had before the mission, especially if they served the mission and they're still there or they're just barely getting home, and you might have to help them get back into life, but then you also come home to find, unfortunately, some people that you knew were strong in the gospel to not be as strong as they were before you left. And so I'm grateful for those experiences. I have the opportunity to now help my family return to the gospel. It's one thing that I have always strived to do. My family has been there for me when I've needed them, and now I feel like it's my duty to help them understand the true meaning behind the gospel. Unfortunately, they're not as active as I wish they were, but I know that through my faith and through the faith of others and through the many prayers that they'll be touched by the Lord, and that eventually they will come back.